you just made up your mind that you want to act?
Very fast and unexpected. It was all like one after the other.
What were your plans? Like, what is it that you wanted to do in life?
My plan was go to England, study international relations. Then I wanted to join this think tank called Chatham House. If I fumble or if I don't get it right immediately, and in that way I was intimidated. From action to cut, he's in it. Like completely.
So how did this Miss Kolkata thing happen before you entered beauty pageant?
And when I came back from university, I was just living in Calcutta with her. Happened to be Miss Calcutta.
Why did you break that vrat?
I actually broke the vrat at the pageant.
Hello everyone, I'm Hemant Kumar and you're watching Talking Movies with iDream. Our guest today is Tanya Hope. She's a former Miss India contestant and she'll soon be seen in Ram starrer Nenu Sailaja, and after that her big film Appatlo Okatundevadu is up for release. So let's see what she has to say about her career and her beauty pageant stint, so to speak. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you on the show.
Hey man, it's nice to meet you.
First of all, congratulations, you're going to make your debut soon.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about how did this film happen? How did Nenu Sailaja happen?
I don't know, I started filming for my first movie. I had started that at the beginning, which was Appatlo. And then the offer just came through and it just happened very fast. This was very, very, very fast. So the offer came through and I said, yeah, I like it. I like the production house. The hero was Ram, so there was no question about it. I wanted to do it. And shooting went super fast and it was done.
So what, were you given a narration, no audition and all that?
No, I didn't give an audition. But I was given a narration about the character sketch and about what my role would entail and all of these things, and I thought that, let's be experimental with our career and let's do it.
Experimental?
Experimental in the sense, I don't know, I want to try new things, I want to see, like not just stick to the same old route. Let's try new things. I didn't think I was going to be an actor before this. This itself is such a huge experiment for me. So I said, why not?
Right. I'll come back to that a little later about being an actor and all. So what's your name in the film? Like, what's your character like?
I can't tell you that, Hemant. This is cheating. You have to go and watch the movie. I cannot tell you that, no. Okay. I've been briefed very strictly.
Very strictly, is it? Just keep mum about those. Right. So you worked for the first time obviously with Ram and the director Kishore Tirumala.
Yeah.
So tell us about them. What was it like?
Ram was so humble. Even though he's like, such a big star here and everything like that, I was very intimidated, to meet.
Of Ram?
Yes, I was so intimidated because I had no idea. Yeah. So I went on set and I didn't say a word. And normally I'm a chatterbox. Normally I just keep talking and talking. But I went on set and I just didn't say a word to him. And he would say hello, hi, and just be formal and cordial. But I would just be quiet and be like, hi. And I'd give my shot and run into the green room. But no, he was very humble, and as we started shooting, we started speaking, and the energy that he brings on set is amazing. And we had this song together, so I saw the way his work ethic and his discipline, and the way he would dance, and it gave me such a big complex. Honestly, it gave me such a big complex, Ram's dancing.
A lot of people would say that.
Yeah. After the shoot, I went back to Bombay and I started dance classes immediately. I'm like, I'm sorry, I need dance classes right now. So that's going on right now.
You have to thank Ram for that.
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Ram. You helped me.
You said that you were intimidated by him. What was it so intimidating about him?
I don't know. I just expected.
Did you have a different picture?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know what to expect. And I already knew that since he was so established in this field that, he's not going to tolerate the nuisances that a newcomer comes with. Nuisances in the sense that, if I fumble or if I don't get it right immediately, and in that way I was intimidated. Because I knew that I had to be on point with everything because I'm working with, an established star. So that way I was quite intimidated.
Right. Watching one of Ram's recent interviews where he said that he had to unlearn a lot of stuff because Kishore Tirumala works in a very different manner. It's more realistic, He had to tone down his energy levels to deliver it very subtly and all that. Was it something similar for you as well? Like, what were your interactions with Kishore there?
Was that Ram toning it down?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was still very high energy for me. Okay. You mean in the acting bit?
Acting, yeah, even the expressions, you know, they're like being as.
He was totally like a different person. You know, as soon as the director Kishore would say action, he is already in the character, and and there was sometimes when we do takes and I would start laughing, but Ram's face would be straight and he'd be like, I'm still in my character, what are you doing? And be like, oh God, sorry. But yeah, like as soon as you say from action to cut, he's in it, like completely. And so that helps you as well, you know. It helps you be serious and be focused and be like, hey, we gotta get this shot done, and so it's good. Like, yeah, it helped me a lot. I learned a lot from whatever I saw.
You mentioned that you were a chatterbox, so.
I am, can't you tell? I'm speaking more than you in this interview.
That's good, man. So, but on the set, what was it like? Did you have to control yourself? Tell yourself like, no, you're not going to speak so much?
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what to expect. So I was very quiet on this set. Very quiet. I came, I changed into my outfit, they told me what I had to do, I gave my shot, and there would be times in between shots where, you know, you'd have free time and you could go and speak to the director, Ravi Kishore Garu, and then Ram and everything, but I would just run into the green room because I just didn't know what to do. I'd run and I'd wait there till somebody said my shot is ready, and then I'd come out. Only because I was intimidated, but that was the first day. Second day and third day, I was troubling them and inquisitive and what's this and what's that, and so it was good.
That's good.
Yeah, learned quite a bit.
Right. So when you look back, what's your biggest takeaway from the film? Because I believe yours is more of an extended guest appearance, right? So what is it that you've learned from the sets of this film?
Just the fact that you have to be really on point with everything. Like as a artist over here, you have to be on point with everything. Your acting, the way you look, your dancing. It has to be there and perfect. Because when you're working with people who already have it on point, you need to be there as well. And the fact that our shooting went so fast, everybody was on their toes, you know. Everybody was on their toes. It was all really efficient. So you have to be like that. You have to be, when you're working, you have to be ready and efficient and just there completely. And that's what I learned. And I sort of even kept in mind that I have to be disciplined. I mean, of course you have to be disciplined about it. I mean, we were given a call time for 7, and I was new, so I knew I had to be there like half an hour early. So I reached at 6:30. But
that's a convention, is it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. You have to. If you're a newcomer, please be half an hour early everywhere. And but Ram and everybody would reach .7, like not a minute late. And that's so good, because you know, big actors take these liberties of reaching 2 hours late and keeping everybody waiting for them, but I didn't see any of that here, and it was so good.
Right. What's your favorite moment from the shoot? Do you have any particular memory as such?
So I have, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'll say it. I have a balance problem. It's not a problem, but it's like, I mean, I'm a decent dancer, but like my balance keeps fumbling here and there when I dance. And so we had to do these few steps, and I took so many takes because I just kept falling. It was the part where he had to turn me around in the movie, I mean in the song. He had to just twirl me around, and I would fall and I'd go spinning around and hit something, and then he'd turn me around again and I'd fall down, and oh God. It's okay, I'm getting better, guys. But it's fine.
It's something like Butterfingers, is it? Like you can't.
Yeah, it's just a balance thing. I don't know what it is. It's okay, it'll get better.
Right. Now that you're taking dance classes. So
Yeah.
So what are you learning in these dance classes?
So right now I'm learning Bollywood and contemporary.
Like, everybody keeps telling me Bollywood dance and contemporary dance.
Really? Is that the general combination?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if you want to be in the films, these two.
I guess it helps you, because you know, it sort of conditions your body to move in these particular ways, in these stereotypical ways. Okay, maybe stereotypical was the wrong word, excuse me, but in these particular ways.
This is my sincere appeal to all the choreographers. Please
No.
give her the toughest possible steps.
Oh my God, thank you, Hemant. Thank you. I'll like reveal all his secrets in this interview. Just watch. But no, it conditions your body to move in these particular ways that would be required of you when you're doing, dances in Telugu movies and even Bollywood, I guess.
Right. So now this is your second film. This is the second film that you shot in Telugu, obviously. And the first one was Nara Rohith's Appatlo Okadundevadu. So from a Miss India contestant to acting in a Telugu film, for a lot of people that's like a natural progression. But I'm sure, like you said, it's a big experiment in you.
Yeah, it is.
So take us through the whole journey.
So I had just finished university, and
Where did you study? What did you study?
I studied international relations in the University of Westminster, which was in England. And then I moved back to India, and somebody just suggested, why don't you... I was basically doing nothing when I came back to India. I was still figuring out what I wanted to do.
When was this?
I graduated in July of 2014.
Okay, last year.
Yes, yeah. So, so I was figuring out what I wanted to do. I thought, okay, maybe journalism. I was still figuring it all out,
Don't take care of journalism.
See, to all the journalists out there, now you know what he really thinks. Yeah. So, and then somebody was like, why don't you join this pageant? And I thought, okay, it'd be fun. But then I took it seriously, and I actually trained for the pageant. I trained quite hard, actually. And I went to a pageant training school in Pune.
There's a pageant training school?
Yeah, there's a pageant training school. It's a serious business, Hemant.
I thought once you get selected for that, they groom you.
No, you have to be already prepared when you go for selection. Okay. Yeah, there's a pageant training school in Pune called the Tiara. Okay. And I went there and I trained. And it was actually kind of life-changing, because it puts so many things in you that you need to learn, like professionalism and, just being...
What do they ask you to do, or what do they tell you to do to make you learn?
School. Then you went on. Have you seen that? No, believe me, the school will change you. It'll change you. But I went there. I trained for it. They ask you to do everything, like it's an all-around thing. It's not just stand like a model or walk like a model. It's not just stuff like that. It's just an all-round thing.
Like what? Some public speaking?
Yeah, a lot of that. Okay. Public speaking, elocution, how to just, handle pressure. Like when you're on stage and you're being asked like these questions, right. And being diplomatic, not in the fake kind of way, but being diplomatic in the sense, say what you honestly feel, just make sure that you put it in a way where nobody gets offended about it. Right. And you put it across to somebody like, that's your view, but that doesn't necessarily have to offend you because it's not consistent with how you look at things. So you're taught to speak like that. See, like how you're agreeing with me so much right now? No. I learned that in the pageant school. So you should go there.
I've always wanted to ask every Miss India contestant I meet, but now that we're talking, I'm going to ask you this. Yeah. So, in the end, everybody wants to save the world, right? That's their final answer.
No!
From the ground. Come on, don't tell me this.
Don't say it like that.
So, what was your save the world mission? Like, what was that?
Save the world mission?
Like, it could be poverty or anything,
Oh, you mean the beauty with the purpose kind of thing?
See, in the end, they ask you, right? Like,
how do you want to save the world?
How do you want to change the world? Like, what is this change that you want to bring? So, I'm sure you had something prepared.
Yeah, in your mind, for me, it was more a country thing with, you remember that rape that happened in 2012? That was so horrible. And I couldn't get over it for a really long time. So, I thought, God, please don't tell me I've gone and forgotten my beauty with a purpose thing. No, it was basically just awareness on sexual, just sexual awareness. Just awareness that how women, like how women should protect themselves, how men should, just like incorporate that in your school education, where kids are taught this stuff when they're younger, not just math and English in a school. Teach them, like, this is what our society is like, and this is how you have to protect yourself, and this is how you have to be precautious. And with the guys, just teach them how to treat a woman, how it is to go out socially into the world and behave, things like that. And I think that's more important than learning 1 + 1 and A + B, whatever.
Did you say all this on the stage that day?
I didn't. I should have. I would have won.
All the judges, here you go. Right. So, life-changing experience. I can see it clearly, right?
For sure.
So, you graduated from that school, beauty pageant school, and then you contested in the whole things.
Yeah.
So, what happens behind the scenes? Because we only get to see your whatever ramp walks or the evening dress and all the speeches that you give in the end, the top 5 finalists. But that run up to that end point, that must have been quite a grueling journey for you.
Yeah. You want me to reveal all of that?
Yes, please.
Are you sure?
I'm dreaming.
No way.
I'm so desperate to listen.
We are like under contract, okay? Our lips are sealed. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, it is grueling. But I don't know, maybe I just got lucky because all of the girls that I was with, they were really nice. They were not horrible to each other, and we were not like, pulling each other back to get to the crown or things like that. The thing is, with a beauty pageant, I think we all realize that anything can happen. Like till the end, you have no idea what is going to happen. So every morning you wake up being prepared for anything. Anything.
You make it sound like you're in a big boss house.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
It's, yeah, pretty much.
A lot of mind games involved, is it? To break your confidence and all?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. He said it.
Genuine question, man.
He said it. But it taught me a lot.
Okay.
And at the end, it put me on a path that I'm on now, and I'm so happy to be on. So,
after that, you just made up your mind that you want to act?
Yeah, after that, I didn't have any movie plans immediately after the pageant, but then a few people from the team, spoke to me and said that there are some opportunities here, etc. Why don't you, take some acting classes or dancing classes and things like that. And I took them and I really enjoyed it. And then I signed this movie, which was all the way in July. So,
right. Yeah. It happened pretty quickly. Right?
Very fast and unexpected. It was all like one after the other.
So, what was the gap like after the beauty pageant before you signed this film? 3 months, 4 months?
So, the pageant got over in April, and then I moved to Bombay in May. In July, I signed the movie.
You're really lucky, man. You know that, right? It doesn't happen that quickly for a lot of people for whatever reason, but so did you thank your stars for that?
I did, because now I'm happy where I am, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. So at that point I had no idea what was going on. I think after Miss India got over, I was still getting over it. It took another 2 months to get over it. So I was just walking around like a zombie at that point. But then I signed this movie as well. So now that things have stabilized and I know what is happening, yeah, I'm happy where I am.
Not bad at all. 2 films in 6 months. For a newcomer, I'm sure it's pretty good for you. Yeah. And they haven't released yet, so we'll see more of you in future, I'm sure, right? So, international relations to beauty pageant to acting. That's good actually, just experiment with your life, right? So, it's been quite a roller coaster ride from what I can see in the past 6 years of your life, right? Yeah. So, when you look back, before going to London to do your bachelor's there, what were your plans? What is it that you wanted to do in life?
Before I went to university.
As a kid,
what I wanted to do? Oh God, if I tell you my plans, you will laugh at me. Okay, so my plan was go to England, study international relations. Then I wanted to join this think tank called Chatham House, where they basically study global politics and things like that. It's like a think tank. And then join the UN.
That's great.
Yeah, join the UN and be like the new Ban Ki-moon or something like that. I've always been the peacemaker in my family, so I thought, yeah, why not go on to a global stage and peacemake?
So what sort of peacemaking did you do?
In my family? Just family drama. I mean, just when my mom would fight with my sister or my mom would fight with my dad or something like that, I'd be the one to be like, okay guys, come and sit on the table and sort your issues out.
Right. Yeah. So, is that UN plan gone now? Or
it's not gone.
You still have a chance to go back?
Why not?
Okay. Why not? So what, you have to go back to the grind again, is it? Join something else again? And
no, not necessarily. Right, I have no idea how I got here, right? So let's see where I go from here. But there are a few places I want to be, I'm not ruling out the UN thing. I know that's so ridiculous to say, but it's true.
It's great that you have such a good ambition in life, right?
I think I'll do a bunch of many things in my life, not just acting. Or
Like what? Like, do you have something in mind apart from you and acting? What else?
I'll keep it a surprise. Okay, maybe in our next interview.
So, what you grew up in Bangalore? Where are you from?
Yeah, I grew up in Bangalore, was born there and brought up there.
So, how did this Miss Kolkata thing happen before you entered beauty pageant?
So I was in uni for 3 years in England, university, and my mum had moved to Calcutta then. And my dad and my sister and my brother were in Bangalore. But she was practicing alternative medicine, so she was there. And when I came back from university, I was just living in Calcutta with her.
Okay.
So I entered the pageant from there.
Right.
And I just happened to be Miss Calcutta. So.
Right. Before coming into film industry, what was the biggest moment of your life or the best moment of your life? Don't tell me it's that getting selected for that beauty pageant.
I wouldn't tell you that. That is not my answer. Wrong guess.
Oh my God. Okay, there are a lot of secrets that you do.
No. See, Hemant is putting words in my mouth. Look at these guys. Look at how they do it. So sneakily. The best moment of my life. I don't know, Hemant, what was the best moment of your life?
Okay, that's realizing that I'm not a journalist, I'm a movie buff. So it's quite a liberating thing that can happen to anybody, if you're a writer. So you're pretty much focused on what is it that you want to do, and you just keep learning. So now I think I've learned a lot about you. So when I go back to write, it's a better perspective overall.
So that moment for you is when you realize what you wanted to do.
That's a high, man. It's a big high. So what about you now? Now that you have dug out a big answer for me.
The best moment.
That high, I'm sure you got that high sometime, right? High in life.
There were many though. I mean, there have been many. I can't pick out just one.
Okay, right.
One is not like coming out at me right now. So many. There have been many moments. My life is not depressing or something like that. I had many happy moments, but there have been so many that I can't choose one. How is that for a Miss India answer?
As diplomatic as it can get. Okay, would you fancy contesting again? I'm sure that's an option open for you, right?
Yeah, but I don't. The thing is, why I won't do it is I don't see the sense in it. Okay. When I was in Miss India, I was the best that I could be. I mean, if they didn't like me and I didn't get chosen, go back and do what?
I'm sure, but time adds layers to your life, right? So you become more profound.
No, I don't think that's what
that's a food for thought. No, I'm sure.
True. It does. I agree with you, but no, I don't think that I'm what they're looking for. Okay. It's just as simple as that.
Right. Yeah. So, okay, I want to talk to you about your first film, with Nara Rohith. So, how was it working on that set, Upper Local Untitled?
That set, working in that movie and working in this movie was so different. It was so different. Not just because the sets were different, but yeah, I guess the whole theme of it was different. I mean,
it's an action drama.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, set in the 80s?
Set in the 90s.
90s.
It's in the 90s, so it's a really old time place. I'd be walking around in like a salwar kameez and a bindi, and in the movie with Ram, I'm in like really short shorts and like dancing around in a club. So yeah, they demanded two completely separate things. Like the director Sagar Chandra, the amazing thing about him is that he lets me do my role in the way that I've interpreted her.
Okay.
So he's explained to me who she is. Okay, he has told me the scene, the shot, what has happened, and everything like that. But he will not tell me, I want you to do this, like smile right now or cry right now. After he doesn't restrict you, he just allows you. And I think that the fact that that's happened in my first movie, it's allowed me to explore like so many of I mean, how I can be as an actor. And he's given me that freedom, which is amazing. And I've seen some of the shots, and I'm okay with it. I'm not that critical about myself, so I'm happy with it.
Right. Nara Rohith, how was it working with him?
Great.
Quite an intense actor from what I've heard. So was it similar on set?
Yes, we're still shooting with him. I mean, and so far it's just been like my shots. I haven't worked with him like as much, but hopefully the more I work with him, the more I'll see. I mean, there hasn't been that much interaction as of yet because it's just been my scenes and things like that. So.
Obviously, because of these two films, you've spent quite some time in Hyderabad, or at least quite a few days. So, what is it that you like about the city?
The thing is that the only things that I've seen is my hotel room and the set. Because we wake up at 5:30, and then you get on set, and then the director will not let you go till he's okay with everything. By the time you reach there, if you don't sleep immediately, you will not have the energy to shoot the next day. So that's all I've seen of Hyderabad, my hotel room and this place. And as soon as the schedule gets over, I'm like, from set, I leave straight to the airport. Like, there's no even going to the hotel and anything like that.
There's no wish list, is there, about what you want to do in Hyderabad?
There is. It's developing. As I'm hearing people saying, you should go here, see this, see that.
So what's the number one on your checklist right now?
I'll have to check that list and I'll tell you. You give me my number one. What should I do in Hyderabad?
Are you a foodie?
Of course I'm a foodie. Yeah.
What is of course there?
Of course I'm a foodie. I am. I'm a big foodie.
Okay. And then food is the specialty of Hyderabad. You should try everything.
What do you mean try everything? Give me something specific to try. No, I'm a non-vegetarian. I tried to be a vegetarian. I managed for 2 years.
2 years? Not bad at all.
Not bad, right? But
why did you break that vrat?
I actually broke the vrat at the pageant. I don't know why. I don't know what significance. No, I don't know what significance this has, but I broke it at the pageant. Yeah.
Okay, right. So you get pretty much everything in Hyderabad, from beef to.
I have to try the Hyderabadi biryani, right?
Yeah, that's like the staple diet for a lot of people here.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
A lot of delicacies. I'm sure you'll enjoy the food here, especially.
If anybody from my agency watches this interview, they're gonna call me right now and be like, "You dare try that Hyderabadi biryani? You have to lose weight." Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm still on my diet.
You've been asked to lose more weight. Yeah. Are you serious? Okay, that's the first one. Right. All right, Tanya, it was great talking to you.
It was so much fun talking to you.
But before I let you go, we have a section called One Shot. So it's like a rapid fire. What's your earliest memory in life?
My dad.
What do you mean your dad? No,
What do you mean?
Memory. It's like an incident.
My dad, my sister in Switzerland with a lot of ice. That's my earliest memory. Yeah.
What's your dream destination? Like one place that you want to travel to?
I haven't been to Istanbul yet. I really want to go there.
Let's say you become the UN chief, like Ban Ki-moon. What would your first initiative be? Like what would you want to do?
Wow, I love this question. I just wish I came better prepared. Okay, I would want them to take the UN more seriously. Right now, it's just instrumental to a lot of. God, I hope this interview doesn't become like some huge controversy. But okay, right now I think that the UN is just instrumental to a lot of really powerful countries to do particular things that they want to. So I would want to shift that power struggle that's going on over there. Not make the UN as just some tool for some countries to go in other countries and do whatever they like. I want the UN to actually be a ground. I would want it to be actually be a ground, like a forum where everybody comes, discusses their problems and figures out some sort of solution, rather than these power politics and things like that. I mean, I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to everything. So things like that.
Now that you have studied international relations, what are these two of the most fucked up countries in the world with business relations, in terms of business relations?
In terms of business relations.
What is it that you majored in international relations? It's the...
Like international security.
Security, okay, right.
And politics.
Okay, there are a lot of wars, obviously, but two of the most craziest wars that you have come across, what is it?
Two of the most craziest wars.
A war between two countries which doesn't make any sense at all, but they're still fighting. Is there anything like that? I'm sure there is something like that.
Yeah, I feel like every war is that. Like every conflict and every war, after some point they've forgotten reasons to why they are there and why they are doing this, and they don't realize that the conflict itself has now escalated so high that I mean it's completely, you're fighting for nothing now. It's every war is like that. There is no war that makes sense, like yes, stand by a principle or stand by a policy. There's no war like that.
Absolutely. Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think anything is worth somebody's life or so many million people's lives.
If you were a god for a day, what would you do? How would you change the planet?
How would I change the planet?
I mean, change the world, obviously.
You're giving me such messenger questions. Oh.
See, you lost your opportunity on that big stage.
No, I don't want it back. Okay, if I was a god, how would I change the world for a day?
You remember that film, right? Where he meets the god and he gives him all the powers.
Yeah. And they made a Hindi movie about it. Salman Khan, God is great.
Okay, right. So, similar instance, what would you do?
I'd let everybody live there. Like I'd give everybody like one wish for a day. You can be anything you like or do anything you like for one day. At least for one day I made them happy. No, everyone for one day I made them happy.
If you pray that she becomes the god.
At least one day I made everyone happy. So yeah.
Right. Okay, one final question. What's your bucket list? Top 3 things on your bucket list. What is it?
I really want to go skydiving.
Okay.
And then bungee jumping.
Both the same. No,
They're not. They're so
same
not the
category,
same.
man, come on.
No, I feel like you'd be safer skydiving. With
Safer
bungee,
skydiving?
yeah, but with bungee jumping, your rope can snap.
Okay.
Right?
Skydiving.
Your parachute, yeah. What if your parachute doesn't come out? Correct.
Seriously.
Okay, yeah, those 2 adventure spots. Then I really want to go see Istanbul.
What's in Istanbul?
No, my brother has just spoken so much about it that I just really want to go there now. I just really want to go there.
Before leaving, any final words for our iDream viewers?
Nothing. It's been amazing to be here. Everybody's been so great to me, and I hope to stay and do amazing work. That's all.
Right. I'm sure that will happen soon. So, once again, all the best for everything.
Thank you so much, Hemant.